Good evening, friends. Once again, welcome to each one of you in this 3 days real estate taxation course. In today's day 2, we are going to discuss comprehensive approach on RERA and development authorities. So we have with us eminent expert CA Gaurav Agrawal ji from Noida. Gaurav ji, welcome to you on this channel. And I also request everyone to ask your query in the chat box. In the last, we will allow you to unmute so that you can ask your query directly with the faculty. And before inviting our eminent expert, I request our team member Abhay Chopla ji to brief about Gaurav ji.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Gaurav ji. Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity, Sunil sir. This session has been hosted by the CA Gaurav Agrawal ji. He is a chartered accountant, passing in November 2007. He is also a company secretary, passing in December 2007. He has a real estate experience of 14 years in the finance, accounts, secretarial, and the legal divisions. He has also worked in the various real estate companies and various real estate companies of Delhi NCR. Also, he is working with the senior positions in the various organizations. His experience in the real estate in the RERA 2016 involves the complete and vast exposure of the RERA rules, notifications, and authorities and state-wise and area-wise. He has also prepared in various internal SOPs, compliance of system according to the RERAs, etc. He has also delivered and spoken on different platforms, various seminars, various workshops, various awareness drives, and performed various RERA seminars. He has also participated in various talk shows and panel discussions on the NewsX, Prime News TV, news channels related to the current scenarios of the real estate sectors. He has a vast exposure in respect of real estate sectors, which we will today grasp their views and their ideas and their knowledge. He is also associated with many developers regarding the RERA compliance consultancies, audit, and the certification, etc. He is also currently working in UP RERA, Haryana RERA, Rajasthan RERA, Punjab RERA, and Delhi NCRs. That's all the brief with the Gauravji.
Thank you. Thank you, Abhay. And straight away, I request Gaurav to start your deliberation.
Dhanyavad Sumitji. Dhanyavad Abhay for this humble starting. Yeah. So now, friends, now we are moving to the marching towards the Real Estate Regulation and Development Act 2016 RERA topic. So basically, friends, that you may see that there are number of discussions have been done in the past that there is a lack of transparency, regulatory mechanism in the real estate sector. So basically, what happened that the real estate sector had been grown since last 20 years. You may say that the story has begun in from 2001 and 2020 there is now the RERA, because due to lack of transparency, lack of things, the central government have implemented the RERA. So बहुत सारी बातें इस तरह की भी थी कि जी पारदर्शिता नहीं है, there is a lack of transparency. And one more thing I like to add, friends, that there are numbers of regulators throughout every sector. Like in the electrical department, there is a regulator. In insurance, there is a regulator. In banking sector, there is a friends regulator, RBI. But so far the real estate sector is concerned, there is no regulator. And the main problem is that because the real estate sector is governed by the state list. You may know that there is a state list, central list, and concurrent list. So, and the state government has the right to legislate over the land. So that's why the real estate sector and the land is basically under the domain of state government. So that is the basic problem, that there is a lack of transparency, regulation, legal framework under the real estate sector. So by virtue of this thing, the central government has realized the importance of RERA. So they have implemented the RERA Act in year 2016. So basically the nodal agency of RERA is Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, friend. So friends, we will keep the session interactive, and at the last of the session we may take all the queries, and I am sure I will not go away with any of your unanswered queries. I will try to answer every of your queries that pertain to the RERA and the development authorities for sure. So now friends, the current presiding minister under the ministry, Shri Hardeep Singh Puri ji. So this is the date sheet. Sumit ji, my voice is audible na properly, or
Perfect.
slides visible?
Gaurav ji, perfect.
Perfect. Okay. So friends, now we are moving towards the date sheet. The RERA Act have been implemented. The RERA Act have been implemented in 2016, and the half of the sections have been notified from 1st May 2016, and the remaining sections have been notified from 1st May 2017. So now it's been almost 5 years for implementation of RERA. So to create interest, now this is the progress chart. In the left slide, you may see of the book that the implementation status of section wise under the RERA Act. Now this is the complete progress report of throughout the country. This is the latest progress reports of RERA Act throughout the country, friends. So you may see that there are 28 states and 8 union territories in our country, and huge numbers of projects have been registered. 75,000 projects have been registered. Friends, basically sometimes people ask why we study RERA, what is the importance for professional like CA, CS, CMA, advocates, MBAs, professionals, common men. So basically there are a lot of things pertains to the RERA. There are huge professional opportunities for chartered accountants, for professionals. I am telling you, we do only and only RERA and development authorities work for sure. Okay, we don't do GST audit, nothing, friends. So there are tremendous number of opportunities under the RERA Act. You can see there are 75,000 projects have been registered under RERA. So now this is the implementation progress report of RERA. So friends, आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर कि out of 28 plus 8, out of 36 states and union territories, the RERA have been implemented throughout the country, and the rules have been notified by the state governments except Nagaland, which is the northeastern state. Except the Nagaland, the rules have been notified by 35 states and union territories. Okay, so if we say that NCR region, so basically there are 3 or 4 authorities just to create interest. First is the Uttar Pradesh Real Estate Regulatory Authority, headquartered at Lucknow, for Ghaziabad and Gautam Buddha Nagar. I am now discussing about the NCR, Delhi and NCR. Okay, maybe most of the participants are from Delhi and NCR, so we are focusing on the same. Okay, so now let me get back to the point again, that for Ghaziabad and Gautam Buddha Nagar, there is a UP RERA. For Delhi itself, RERA for NCT of Delhi. For Haryana, there are two authorities for Haryana. One is for Harera, Gurugram, and the another one is for HRERA is for Panchkula, for rest of the Haryana. So for Gurugram, there is a Harera. For Faridabad, there is HRERA, headquartered at Panchkula, friends. Okay, so itself for NCT of Delhi, so there are 4 authorities. One is UP RERA, second is RERA for NCT of Delhi, headquartered at Delhi, Shivaji Stadium, and there are 2 authorities, one for Faridabad, Panchkula, and the another one is for Harera, Gurugram. There are 4 authorities. So this is the implementation progress report throughout the country regarding the RERA. So now friends, I have already told you that Haryana has two authorities in the country. One is for Gurugram and another one is for Panchkula. So this is the this is the summary friends. एक छोटी सी summary आप लोगों के सामने है कि किस तरीके से कितनी स्टेट्स ने रूल्स नोटिफाइड कर दिए हैं या कैसे कैसे क्या क्या है चीजें, ठीक है। जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल अभी हम लोगों ने बताया कि आउट ऑफ 36 स्टेट्स एंड यूनियन टेरिटरीज 35 ने सब आपके रूल्स नोटिफाइड कर दिए हैं, बस एक नागालैंड अभी रहता है, ठीक है। तो इस तरीके से फ्रेंड्स ये हमारी रेरा की एक शुरुआत है चीजों की जो अभी हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया। नाउ लेट अस मूव टुवर्ड्स द basically real estate sector. So first of all we need to understand what is real estate sector. Sometimes we discuss number of things about the real estate sector, but it is very important and imperative to understand how the sector works. So basically let's say, let me give you one example. Let's say there is a private limited company, ABC Private Limited, friends. Okay. And the name of the project is XYZ. ABC Private Limited like to do one project XYZ. You need to understand the life cycle of a real estate project. What is life cycle? Which is very, very important to understand the whole gamut of the real estate sector, without which you cannot understand the sector. So it includes every aspect, RERA, development authorities, everything. So now ABC Private Limited is a promoter company or is a developer. अगर हम लोग हिंदी में बात करें तो बेसिकली जो ABC Private Limited है उसको हम लोग प्रमोटर या विकासकर्ता कंपनी के नाम पर जान सकते हैं. So basically friends, now the ABC Private Limited like to acquire a piece of land. Okay, 10,000 square meters. Have purchased a piece of land. Let's say ABC Private Limited ने फरीदाबाद में एक piece of land purchase किया, ठीक है। एग्जाम्पल को थोड़ा ट्विस्ट भी करेंगे. नाउ आई एम ट्विस्टिंग द एग्जाम्पल that may be possible that ABC Private Limited have purchased the land, or say Noida Authority have allotted the land to ABC Private Limited. In India, there are two types of land, friends: leasehold, freehold. Most of the land is freehold, but when there is an industrial development authority or development authority who gives the land on lease for 90 years lease, that is called leasehold land. अगर हम लोग अपने एनसीआर रीजन की बात करेंगे तो हमारे यहाँ पर एनसीआर रीजन में एक गौतम बुद्ध नगरी एक ऐसी डिस्ट्रिक्ट है जहां की जो लैंड है वो लीजहोल्ड लैंड है. The rest of the lands pertains to the freehold land. For example, Faridabad freehold land, Ghaziabad freehold land, and Delhi freehold land. So basically this is the scenario. Now ABC Private Limited have acquired 10,000 piece of square meters of land in Faridabad. Okay, and the basically the जब भी हम लोग कोई लैंड लेते हैं, now after acquire of land we will go for the registry. हम लोगों ने आपस में पेमेंट वगैरह कर लिया, परचेजर और सेलर के बीच में हमने रजिस्ट्री करवा ली, ठीक है. यूजुअली द रजिस्ट्री टेक्स स्टाम्प ड्यूटी ऑफ 5 to 7%. It depends on state to state, district to district, friends. If you like to know what is the current prevailing stamp duty, you need to go for sub-registrar office regarding the same. Okay, let's say the purchaser have paid 7% stamp duty. Okay, now the land has been in the name of ABC Private Limited, registered in the name of ABC Private Limited. Now very, very important aspect. Usually friends, what happened, we professionals forgot to do the mutation. बेसिकली जब हम लोग रजिस्ट्री करा लेते हैं, ये बातें फ्रेंड्स कहीं भी किसी कानून में लिखी हुई नहीं है. मतलब ये एक अपने आप में प्रैक्टिस है, या आपको चीजें जब आप डिटेल में जाते हैं तो चीजें आपको पता चलती है, या हम लोग जब पढ़ते हैं तो जी रेरा में ये होता है, रेरा में वो होता है. लेकिन हमें सबसे पहले एक रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर को तो हम समझे, उसके बेसिक्स को तो हम समझे. तो फ्रेंड्स, अगर आप कहीं भी कोई लैंड परचेज करते हैं, ठीक है, मतलब ये मैं आपके पर्सनल के लिए भी बोल रहा हूं, किसी रियल एस्टेट प्रोजेक्ट के लिए अब हम लोग डिस्कस नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो आपको सबसे पहले फर्स्ट रजिस्ट्री एंड देन सेकंड इज फॉर म्यूटेशन, दैट इज कॉल्ड इन हिंदी in North India dakhil kharij. Okay, so you go for dakhil kharij with tehsil. Okay, by virtue of dakhil kharij the name shall be registered under the record of tehsil or khatoni, basically खाता खतौनी जिसको कि हम लोग बोलते हैं पॉपुलरली नॉर्थ में, ठीक है. सो देयर आफ्टर कन्वर्जन ऑफ लैंड. ओके, कन्वर्जन ऑफ लैंड बेसिकली है कि CLU, चेंज ऑफ लैंड यूज. सो आई परचेस्ड ए एग्रीकल्चर लैंड, आई गॉट द रजिस्ट्री, आई गॉट द म्यूटेशन इन तहसील. ओके, तहसील का जो हेड होता है वो SDM होता है, सब डिविजनल मजिस्ट्रेट, ठीक है. उसके बाद मैंने आई got the land registered in my name and dakhil kharij done. Okay, then thereafter I go for CLU, change of land use, residential. Okay, if say the area and under the R zone, residential zone in the development authority, there is no need for CLU. Okay, your work has already been done. Now thereafter, after the mutation, now you may go for passing of maps, passing of layout plan, sanctioning of maps basically to the development authority. जो भी आपके क्षेत्र का विकास प्राधिकरण होगा या सक्षम प्राधिकरण होगा, in English we call this as development authority or competent authority. You may go for the same. कि आप डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी के पास जाएंगे, वहां पर कहेंगे कि साहब आप हमारे नक्शे पास कर दीजिए. So far the NCT of Delhi is concerned, Delhi NCR is concerned. Now let me tell you the Ghaziabad, for district Ghaziabad, the development authority is Ghaziabad Development Authority. For Noida, there are 3 development authorities, friends. Noida, Greater Noida, Yamuna. In Gautam Buddha Nagar, there are 3 development authorities, friends, for pass sanctioning of maps. Now I told you for Ghaziabad, I told you for Gautam Buddha Nagar. Now let me tell you about the Faridabad. Faridabad, the whole Haryana is having, the entire Haryana is having DTCP, Department of Town and Country Planning. This is the single largest body for sanctioning of maps, friend. Only and only throughout the Haryana, for 30 districts of Haryana, there are almost 30 districts in Haryana. So for Gurugram, Faridabad, this is DTCP. DTCP headquartered at Chandigarh. Okay. Now the rest is Delhi. Delhi is for Delhi Development Authority, Delhi Vikas Pradhikaran. So I told you about the NCR region because most of the participant, most of the audience is audience from Delhi NCR. So I am focusing on, or at last we can discuss state-wise also in the, you may drop your query in the chat box or at the conclusion of session. So now the sanctioning of maps, I went to DTCP because my land belongs to Faridabad, friends. So आप जाएंगे DTCP के पास कि जी मेरे मैप पास कर दीजिए आप, ठीक है. तो now what is the procedure? You may go for online. Okay, you may take some NOCs, अनापत्ति प्रमाण पत्र in Hindi. I try to make complete things because in North India, almost the work done in हिंदी, जो राजकाज की भाषा है बेसिकली यहाँ पर हिंदी है, तो मेरी कोशिश रहेगी कि मैं हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों में बात करूं. सुमित जी का आदेश भी है कि गौरव जी आज हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों में आपको बोलना है. कई बार मैं थोड़ी हिंदी ज्यादा बोल जाता हूं, मुझे लगता है ये.
No problem at all, because many participants are few participants from south of India, so
I can understand that.
Just requested to you.
No, it's आपका आदेश था सुमित जी, तो पालना करनी थी. So obviously, so actually now let us come to the topic. Basically that now the passing of maps, because you need to apply online, friends. Okay, so online, basically once you apply online, you need to submit the complete set of plans, layout plan, floor plan, elevation, everything along with all NOCs. Okay, then thereafter the sanctioning authority, the competent authority, sanctioning authority, development authority gives you the sanction letter. Basically sanction letter the sanctioning is basically the, now you need to focus on this thing. It is very, very important that if I go for sanctioning of group housing, okay, 10,000 square meter, let's say 4 towers. Okay, so the sanctioning authority, development authority may grant for 5 years. Okay, so till 5 years, within the 5 years, you need to complete your project. Okay, so now my sanction term or sanction validity is for 5 years, friends. Okay, now after sanctioning of maps, I may go for RERA. Okay, during the discussion, friends, I will discuss the revision of the plans and revalidation of the plans. It is very, very important to know, to understand what is revision or what is revalidation. Okay, so now I may go for the RERA, Registration of Real Estate Act, Real Estate Regulation and Development Act 2016, with the Real Estate Regulatory Authority, concerned RERA authority. Okay, let's say in our example, this is Faridabad. Okay, so I need to go for HRERA Panchkula, Haryana. Okay, I need to give the complete set of application. There are numbers of things you need to follow. You need to complete with the basically application. This is the section 4, application for registration of real estate project. Everything. First of all, you need to create the promoter. You need to upload every aspect of promoter. Then project, friends. You need to upload layout plan, maps, approvals, everything. There are numbers of things which is very, very important. You must make sure while filing your application, couple of the authorities make sure that you need to go for the online application as well as offline application. For Haryana, let's say there are 2 type of application. One is for offline and the another one is for online. Most of the authorities have implemented that if whatever you are uploading on internet, so you need to take the printout and submit it with the department, with the RERA authority. Okay, so this is the background of application. Now, after the application, you got the RERA registration, friends. Okay. So after got the RERA registration, you need to upload the quarterly progress report, and you may start construction and development work of your project. Sometime a question asked by the participants, by the audience, that can I start? Please listen to me carefully. Can I start my project without having RERA registration number, but after sanctioning of maps? Yes, I am taking this as a FAQ. Yes, I can start my project. I got the sanctioning of maps and I can start my project by my own funds. I can start my project. There is no problem. I can start, even I can construct the whole complete group housing. In our case, there are 4 towers in our example, basically, friends. So I can start the construction. Okay. Then thereafter, question asked, can I go for advertisement, sales and marketing without having RERA registration? The answer is big no. There is a huge penalty, friends. There is a 10% of the project cost penalty, and it is a criminal offense. You can do construction after sanctioning of maps, but you cannot do sales and marketing. You may even do your entire project without having RERA registration number with your own funds, with your own internal accrual, secured loan, unsecured loan. Basically, the thumb rule of RERA is the third party obligation. Okay. So now let us come to our example. So friends, now we got the RERA registration number, QPR. We are continuously doing the construction and development work, filing of QPR. Now, my project has been completed. Okay. After completion of the project, now I need to take completion certificate, occupancy certificate. In our example, There are 4 towers, friend. Because basically what happened that sanctioning of maps have been done for entire 4 towers in DTCP Haryana, Panchkula, basically DTCP Haryana, Chandigarh, which is the sanctioning authority, competent authority. But I go for RERA registration with phase wise, friends. Phase 1 for 2 towers, phase 2 for 2 towers. Okay. In my project name is XYZ project, phase 1, launching of AB after 2 years, because I wait for 2 years to check the market, whether there is a potential in the market or not. So after 1 year, I also launched another project, phase 2, XYZ project, phase 2 basically. So this is my another project for tower number C and D. Now what happened? I got the RERA registration, XYZ project phase 1. I got the, I completed my construction and development. Now I applied for OCCC. Now in my case, the development authority, the competent authority, the sanctioning authority, the authority who passed the maps, sanctioned the maps, gave me the sanction, gave me the OC, occupancy certificate. So yes, after got these occupancy certificate, now I can offer the possession. Okay, friends, there are numbers of example. Number of clients ask many of the times, can I go for the possession without having the OCCC? On the same side, I turn the coin that if there is a allottee, there is a buyer. Basically, in real estate sector, buyer called as allottee, basically, friends. Technically. So I can I take the possession without having OC? The answer is big no. You cannot take the possession without having OC. OC is must. Occupancy certificate is must, basically, friends. So now I got the OC. Then I am telling you from the promoter point of view. I got the OC. Now I am doing offer of possession to my allottees, to my buyers. Okay. Thereafter, allottee goes for the conveyance deed, sale deed, sublease deed of the apartment. If there is a freehold land, friends, there is a conveyance deed, sale deed. ओके हिंदी में जिसको कि हम लोग बेनामा के नाम से भी जानते हैं, विक्रय विलेख के नाम से भी जानते हैं. एंड फॉर लीज होल्ड लैंड दिस इज कॉल्ड सबलीज डीड, फ्रेंड्स, बेसिकली. सो देयर इज अ डिफरेंस. आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू दैट फॉर registry of the allotted properties of your buyers, if there is a leasehold land, then sublease deed. If there is a freehold land, conveyance deed, sale deed. After the sale deed, now what happened? That ultimately the project belongs to the buyers, allottees. Now I go for, with the help of the allottees, I go for formation of RWA AOA, Residents Welfare Association, Association of Allottees. Okay, and then handover of the project to the RWA AOA with the memorandum of transfer M. So friends, I completed whole RERA, whole real estate sector, complete development authorities in this example. Now, we may go one by one because this is the life cycle of a real estate project. You need to understand this is very, very important before marching towards the RERA. So now we come back to the topic. So basically, this is the section 3. So registration of real estate project. I already told you that it is important to got the project registered. Section 3 of the RERA Act. I already told you that no promoter shall advertise, market, book, sale or offer for sale. You cannot do even mouth publicity without having the RERA registration number. Even after you got the RERA registration, okay, you need to write, let's say, www.up-rera.in. This is the portal of the UP RERA and UP RERA PRJ. Likewise, in Faridabad, you need to mention HRERA website. So basically, you need to mention in your promotional advertisement, brochure, sales and marketing document, RERA registration number, and website of the authority. So this is there. You cannot do advertise, sale, market, book, sale or offer for sale without having the RERA registration number. Now, there are two types of projects. One is ongoing and the second one is new. Okay. So what is ongoing project, friends? The project which is ongoing on the date of 1st May 2017. The project which is ongoing, currently running on 1st May 2017, that is called ongoing project. A new project is new, which the promoter is go for sanctioning of maps in our example and launch the in somewhere in January, February, March. So that is the new project, friends. Though, so this is the difference between the ongoing and new projects. Let's say, friends, if any ongoing project have received occupancy certificate or completion certificate on 30th April 2017, there is no need for RERA registration. Okay, you may skip. There is no need. If the project has got the occupancy or completion certificate on 30th April 2017. Okay, and if received thereafter, now you need to go for the registration of the ongoing project. Okay, now there is a question arises that what is the applicability? If say the land parcel is more than 500 square meter or number of units is more than 8. Okay, so you need to go for the RERA registration. If there is a below limit, there is no need for go for RERA registration. There is an exemption from the RERA, friends, basically. So now let me tell you one or two FAQs you may understand well. Let's say, friends, there is a commercial complex in the market, 300 square meter land parcel. वहां पे जो दुकानें बन रही हैं वो 24-25 दुकानें बन रही हैं. There are 24-25 shops may be built in that commercial complex, friends. Okay, so now one of my limit has been satisfied, which is more than 8. This is the either or limit. Okay, so in that case you need to go for the RERA registration. Now I flip the coin. There is a 700 square meter land parcel, or this is the multi-story building. There are G+3, 3 floors are there. So total number of units are 4: ground, first, second, and third. Let's say ground floor is the parking, first, second, and third. So friends, in that case, my 500 square meters limit have been satisfied. Both the limit are either or 500, more than 500 or more than 8 apartments, friends. So now I need to go for the RERA registration in that case. So this is the aspect of section 3 of the RERA Act. This is the basically charging section of the RERA Act. Now, friends, now I am going for some more things. Please do understand. There are 3 types of sanctioning authorities. There are 3 types of sanctioning authorities in a particular state. First is development authority, competent authority. I already told you, like Ghaziabad GDA, like in Gautam Buddha Nagar, Noida authority, like DTCP. In some cases, in my example, if the land belongs to the rural area, then the sanctioning of the maps by the Jila Panchayat. The sanctioning of maps shall by the Jila Panchayat. Okay. And the third is Viniyamit Kshetra Pradhikaran. Basically, regulated areas are also there. So we will not go to the integrities of those things. You need to understand simply, if there is a rural land and your client is asking for the registration, so first of all, you need to make sure the project got the sanctioning from the sanctioning authority, that is Jila Panchayat. Okay, so we already told you that there are huge penalties. you can check, you may take this. If your client is not going for the RERA registration, there is a 10% project cost penalty. Friends, I am telling you, you may ask good chunk of fees in RERA registration. I am 100% telling you with my own experience that please do not compromise with the quality. The quality is very, very important, because if you do something in RERA, this is the criminal offense, and the penalties are very, very huge. Section 63, 64, 59, 60, 5%, 10% project cost penalty. So you make sure that the everything should be in a meticulous way. Now, we are marching towards the joint development collaboration. Now, let me tell you with my example, you may understand well. ABC Private Limited, XYZ project phase 1. Okay, there are 2 or 3 things in our example. Now, ABC Private Limited acquired the land. ABC Private Limited is an investor company purely, and they do not have expertise of construction and development work. उनका कोई रियल एस्टेट का बैकग्राउंड नहीं था. They do not have any real estate background. So basically, they approach to DEF Private Limited. Okay, DEF Private Limited is the developer promoter. Now in our example, ABC Private Limited, who got the land, that is landowner promoter, friends, and DEF Private Limited is the developer promoter. Friends, it is very, very important. Please listen carefully, because these things cannot be, because it is an inference or it is a conclusion of all the things, be it building bylaws, be it development authority, be it RERA, be it real estate sector, be it practical aspect of real estate, but it is very, very important things. So now in our example, it is landowner promoter or developer promoter. ABC Private Limited, landowner promoter, developer promoter, DEF. Now, ABC Private Limited approach to DEF. Please do construction and development work on my project, on my land. Okay, and there are 2 type of things: revenue sharing model और area sharing model. Okay, ये बहुत famous models है market की, जो की चीजें चलती है market में. There are 2 type of model. One is revenue sharing and the second one is area sharing model. Okay, so now ABC Private Limited, landowner promoter, friends, gave the 10,000 square meter land parcel कि आप भैया develop कर लीजिए इसे please, ये है. So now in that case, ABC Private Limited take 25% of amount realized from allottees. For example, let's say our project fetches 10 crores amount. The ABC Private Limited may got 2.5 crore from DEF Private Limited. That is revenue sharing model. Now, one is area sharing model, friends. What is area sharing? That DEF Private Limited tells to the ABC that we do not have amount. Okay, we want you to take the inventory. You may take 1/3 of the inventory. Let's say there are 100 house or 100 apartments flats basically. So the ABC Private Limited, landowner promoter, takes 33 flats, apartments basically, and 67 goes to the DEF for their construction and development work. Basically, the complete construction and development work may be done by the, and construction and development, finance cost, project clearance fees, everything may be shall be expensed by the DEF Private Limited. Okay, so this is the basic things. Now the ABC Private Limited and DEF Private Limited may go for the agreement. So friends, there are 2 or 3 type of agreements in the market. This is in front of you. Development Management Agreement, DMA, Joint Development Agreement, JDA, Consortium Agreement, CA. Friends, no need to write anything. Everything is there in this slide. Make sure you must please listen very easily. Everything is in this slide. Okay, and this slide, this PPT have been already shared with in PPT PDF mode with Sumit. Sumit may give you for sure. Okay, and if you want, we may also give the Sumit this PPT in the book shape. Okay, so now friends, that there are three types of agreements: DMA, JDA, CA. Okay, so basically in the joint development agreement, ABC, DEF. Okay, what happened? There is a drafting of agreement first of all, and after that drafting, the execution of the agreement shall be done by between both the parties. Now, the stamp duty, applicability of stamp duty is very high. Let's say the valuation of the land. Now I am coming to my example. Please listen carefully that this is the revenue sharing model, 2.5 crore. Okay, and then the market value of the land is 5 crore. The amount goes from DEF Private Limited to ABC, 2.5 crore, and the market value of the land is 5 crore, whichever is higher. Then this applicability of stamp duty on 5 crore, and the stamp duty is 7%. This is as good as registry value, sale deed value. Now, now you may think that what is the, it is very irrelevant that if DEF Private Limited have this much chunk of money, then the DEF would have been already purchased the land. Then there is no problem. But DEF not having sufficient money, that's why DEF is went for the joint development agreement, development agreement, by whatever name called, friends. Okay, so there is another model, consortium agreement, friends. This consortium agreement is having very less stamp duty, and almost on expense of very small stamp duty, you may go for the consortium agreement, and the authority is giving the registration on the basis of this consortium agreement as well, friends. So now the conclusion is that you need to draft, you need to tell your clients that, or drafting of these documents in such a way that it complete the whole purpose of the transaction. It is very important. So because on the latter part of the presentation, we may discuss 170/30. Okay, architect, engineer, CA certificate. So for sure, you need to reconcile this joint development agreement with that 170/30. So now, friends, this is the joint development agreement consortium. One thing also, when the DEF Private Limited developer promoter goes for the RERA registration, then in that case, the name of ABC Private Limited, which is landowner promoter, shall also come with the registration application. जो पंजीयन का आवेदन होगा, उसमें भी ABC Private Limited, DEF दोनों का नाम आएगा. ABC Private Limited as a landowner promoter, DEF Private Limited as a developer promoter, friends. Now, I am also twisting my case. Maybe possible in your mind there is a query maybe going on that sanctioning of maps in whose name? What is the name on the sanctioned maps? Friends, basically in India, the sanctioning of maps shall be done in the case of only in the name of landowner. In some cases, development authorities may also put the name of developer promoter, DEF Private Limited, like DTCP, GDA, Noida Authority, DDA, Delhi Development Authority. But the sanctioning of the maps shall be done in the name of landowner promoter in our example, which is ABC Private Limited. So friends, now we are moving towards the other things. Now, when you are going for the registration application, you must make sure there are number of legal documents shall be uploaded: application form for registration, allotment letter, agreement for sale. Drafting of these documents is very, very important. Also, when you are drafting for your client or when you are a allottee, you make sure that your interest shall be protected from the allottee point of view as well. The draft of agreement for sale, basically जो ये agreement for sale है friends, ये builder buyer agreement है. This agreement for sale is nonetheless, this is the builder buyer agreement, in short BBA. Usually the builders gives you before 5 or 6 years back. The draft of the agreement for sale has already been notified by the various states. Now, when you are giving advice to your client, you must make sure that your promoter, developer, your client's interest may be protected, may be protected. You draft in such a way that you may advocate the true letter and spirit of that notified document, as well as you may protect your client, which is very, very important. Application form for registration, allotment letter, agreement for sale shall be in a lock and key method. Okay. So these type of documents also meticulously drafted. Friends, now one small provision is there. Application form for registration, which is booking form, application form, both are same thing. So let's say so first of all, the promoter gives you application form, then the unit has been allotted in your name, then the agreement for sale. Okay, the promoter cannot take more than 10% of amount without executing agreement for sale, and without first registered with the RERA authority, without first registered with the sub-registrar office. Okay. So now, application for registration of real estate projects, we have already studied about the same, that we need to upload each and everything at the time of registration application. Make sure you may ask a good number of fees from your client. Do not hesitate. Your client may tell you that, sir, please do not charge this much of money. This is very huge. But friends, please make sure that you charge good amount of money from your client, from builder, developer, promoter. Okay. So now this is some of the guidelines for registration of the real estate project. You need to upload various NOCs, etc. We have discussed, friends, the role of sanctioning authority now. Designated authority, competent authority. In our example, that is DTCP, maybe GDA, Noida. Okay. So now I already told you that there are 2 or 3 things: revalidation of maps and revision of maps. Please do understand, no one tell you the difference between the revalidation and revision of maps. Now, what is the revalidation? If you are go for the practice of real estate sector, you need to understand this well. In our example, ABC Private Limited got the sanction from DTCP, Haryana, Department of Town and Country Planning, Faridabad project, XYZ project, phase 1, phase 2, 10,000 square meter land parcel. Now, got the sanction of 5 years. Okay. Now, what happened after 2 years? मुझे मेरे मार्केटिंग वालों ने कहा कि जी माल नहीं बिकता, आप इसमें कुछ चेंज कीजिए, नहीं तो ये माल नहीं बिकेगा. My marketing guy told me, my sales and marketing person or channel partner, property agent, dealer told me that, sir, I cannot sell your inventory. It is very difficult for me. Now you change your layout plan and you do this thing. Now the promoter is in worry. What the promoter will do? The promoter will go for revision of the maps. In North India, the revision of the maps in Hindi called as Sanshodhan Punarikshan or Punarikshit Manchitra, basically. Punarikshan in Hindi, or in English, this is called as revision of the maps. Okay. Now, after 2 years, my validity for 5 years, I go for after 2 years, I go for DTCP again. Sir, please, this is my new maps. please go get me the sanction, please give me the sanction. Okay, the DTCP told me that this is the fee you need to deposit at the time of revision of the maps. Okay, now I got the sanction. Okay, now my maps are new, completely new. Okay, and my 2.5 years have been completed out of total 5 years. Please to understand, my 2.5 years have been completed out of total 5 years. Okay, now in that case, I need to upload those revised map on the portal of RERA. And when you are go for the revision of maps, you need to take 2/3 allottees of consent at between 2 years. Out of 100 units, in our example, you sold the 50 units. For 50 units, you need to take the permission of almost 40 units, 2/3, 67%, almost 40 units. And that NOC may go with the revision of maps, with the revision application with the development authority. Now, I am moving towards revalidation. There is a difference between revision and revalidation. Friends, no one tell you the basic differences because you need to be very clear and vigilant while doing the practice of real estate sector. So now revalidation of maps. What is revalidation of maps? That my 5 years have been completed. Okay. And now I got the sanction again. I like to go for the sanction again because my project has not been completed due to any force. COVID, market forces, no sales, कोविड-19 की कितनी सारी लहर आ चुकी हैं, फर्स्ट, सेकंड, थर्ड, अभी तीसरी, चौथी का नहीं पता, पांचवी का नहीं पता. तो in that case, I go for the, after completion of 5 years, I go for the revalidation. What is revalidation? In Hindi, this is called as पुनर्वैधीकरण. या अगर हम लोग बात करें, this is basically renewal of the maps. 5 years, now the renewal for 3 years, friends. This is the thumb rule. You need to understand. 5-year original, 3-year renewal. It is a administrative aspect, purely administrative and procedural aspect. If the Industrial Development Authority, 5 plus 5, 5-year for original, 5-year for revalidation. Now, this is the basic thing for Development Authority. I told you number of penalties are there. Grant of registration. Now we are moving quickly because we are running out of time. So grant of registration. So because the numbers of slides in the presentation. Now the grant of registration, I filed the registration application with RERA authority. In my case, HRERA, Haryana Real Estate Regulatory Authority, Panchkula. Okay. Let's say I applied for today, 28 January. Okay. I got the deficiency letter, objection letter in the registration application. ठीक है, मैंने आज अपनी एक पंजीयन का आवेदन दिया, मैंने एक रजिस्ट्रेशन की एप्लीकेशन दी और मुझे साहब 5 फरवरी 2022 को I got the objection letter. In Hindi, this is called as आपत्ति पत्र. Okay, from HRERA. Now, what happened? I removed all the deficiencies, all the objections in the application. Then I submit my application again after removal. Let's say मैंने ये 10th फरवरी को कर दिया. I completed all these things on 10th February. Now friends, ease of doing business. In Hindi, this is called as व्यापार की सुलभता. So now, this is very, very important. ये अपने आप में एक ब्रह्मास्त्र है. This is called ब्रह्मास्त्र basically. ये है. If say on 10th February I submitted my application again, and if within 30 working days, and if within 30 working days authority will not give me any reply or any further letter, then after 30 working days, this is 30 working days. Please do remember, Saturday, Sunday and gusted holidays shall be excluded. Make sure if you are going for this Brahmastra. Okay. So in that case, your registration application have already been approved. Make sure. मजे मारिए आप, आपकी registration application हो गई. Now the authority shall grant you the registration by virtue of law. This is the beauty of this section, grant of registration. Now friends, extension of stalled project, very interesting topic, very remunerative topic from the point of view of allottees as well as a consultant, as a promoter for your client. Okay. Now, please focus on the right hand slide. Timeline for completion of the project. The time period declared by the promoter. When I applied for registration application, section 42 LC, let's say XYZ project phase 1, I gave the timeline of 31st December 2025. Okay. At the time of registration application, I can complete my project. 31st December 2025. Okay. Let's say what happened that I may think that we flip the example. I got the registration in 2017 and I write the completion date of my project 31st December 2020. 31 दिसंबर 2020 हमने डेट ली. For the ease of understanding, I am changing my example. So now 31st December 2020, registration application by which the project has to be completed. Now, the project has not been completed due to COVID, due to anything, whatever it may be. Okay, this is the general thing that the promoter replies that मेरा project complete नहीं हुआ जी, NGT का order था, ये था, वो था, whatever it may be. Okay, so your project date was 31st December 2020. Now, section 6, 1 year extension. This is the authority's discretion. You need to file the application in North India. पंजीयन विस्तार का आवेदन आपको देना पड़ेगा. You need to file the application for extension of registration of project with the authority, with the HRERA in our case. Now the authority may grant the registration up to extension of registration up to 31st December 2021. Now some questions may asked by your client, by the allottees, by the buyers. Can the builder sell without having the extension? The answer is big no. Can the builder collect the collection without having registration or without having extension? The answer is no. Can housing finance company, HFC, NBFC, bank may give home loan to the promoter allottee if the project has not got the extension? The answer is no. Okay. Ultimately, मेरा स्टेटस को हो जाएगा और मैं अपंजीकृत परियोजना की स्थिति में अनरजिस्टर्ड प्रोजेक्ट की स्थिति में आ जाऊंगा. I shall be treated as a unregistered project. Okay. So now after section 6, 1 year, maximum 1 year, not more than that 1 year. Now, friends, this is COVID-19. COVID-19 फर्स्ट वेव. मोदी जी टीवी पर आए, 25 मार्च को लॉकडाउन लगाया, 6 महीने की हमें छूट मिल गई प्रमोटर्स को. ठीक है. सो नाउ दिस इज द कोविड फर्स्ट वेव. कोविड फर्स्ट वेव 6 months extension, vacuum, 0 period, no interest charging from allottee to promoter, from promoter to allottee. This is the benefit also. So now in our case, 1 year extension, section 6, 31st December 2021. Now COVID first wave, 30th June 2022, 30 जून 2022 तक मेरे प्रोजेक्ट की वैलिडिटी है. ठीक है. नाउ आई अवेल ऑल द एक्सटेंशंस. नाउ 30 जून 2022. After what happened after 30th June 2022? Because it is also approaching nearby after 4 or 5 months. Now, if friends, say if you are like to go for any extension more than 1 year and half year, in that case, COVID-19 first wave, pratham layer ka, okay. So now you need to approach with the AOA. You need to create form AOA in your project, Association of Allottees, RWA. Okay, you need to go for that. With RWA, you need to file an application with the help of the RWA, and any extension, friends, any extension may be by the with the involvement of RWA or AOA. You make sure you tell any of your client, be it your client as a professional, if you are a allotee in your project. Sometimes people ask as a protect of interest, because there are numbers of stalled projects, number of कहीं ना कहीं बहुत सारी रुके हुए projects हैं throughout the country. The only and only way out, the only and only solution is AOA, Association of Allottees, nothing else. So now we have already discussed. One more thing I like to add, friends, in our example, 2017, we applied for the registration. 31st December 2020 was our last date. Okay, हमारी जो लास्ट डेट थी 31 दिसंबर 2020 थी, अपनी जो वैलिडिटी थी रजिस्ट्रेशन, ठीक है. बेसिकली लेट्स से आई executed agreement for sale, builder buyer agreement. Please to understand, there is a difference between the project completion date and agreement for sale date or BBA date. In our example, XYZ project phase 1, I sold 1 unit to, let's say, Sumit Gargji. Okay, then in that case I wrote the date of possession. I wrote the date of possession as, let's say, 30th June 2020. मैंने 30 जून 2020 की डेट ऑफ पोजेशन सुमित जी को दी, ठीक. In that case, my project registration validity for 31st December 2020. Okay, but I gave the date for 30th June 2020. मैंने कहा सुमित जी हमारा प्रोजेक्ट तो पहले ही कंप्लीट हो जाएगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आप 6 महीने पहले की डेट ले लीजिए. सुमित जी ने भी कहा ठीक है गौरव जी, तो बड़ी अच्छी बात हो जाएगी, ठीक है. नाउ दी सुमित जी टोल्ड मी दैट सर अब मुझे पोजीशन दीजिए, नाउ प्लीज ऑफर मी दी पोजीशन ऑन 30th June 2020. ही नॉक्ड माय डोर एट माय ऑफिस. सो आई टोल्ड सुमित जी please stop. Now there is a 6 months COVID, sir. I need to take the relief of COVID. 30th December 2020. Okay, so Sumit ji told me, okay, no problem, because the central government on 11th May, Nirmala Sitharaman ji came on the television, Finance Minister of India, and announced the relief package. Okay, so 6 months COVID, no problem. Sumit ji told me, okay, ठीक है गौरव जी जाने दीजिए, 31 दिसंबर 2020 के बाद आना होगा मेरा, ठीक है. Now I got the extension. In that I got the extension as a promoter. I got the extension for 30th December 2021. Please do understand, can I take the benefit of that extension as a promoter? The answer is no. Sumit ji can take the compensation interest at the rate of MCLR plus 1 or MCLR plus 2 as applicable to the state to state. Okay, so he can, it is almost 8 or 9%. So after 31st December 2020, the Sumit ji can ask me the compensation. So this is basically, I gave you the difference. I completed couple of points, extension, timeline for completion, and the basically BBA dates. So now we are moving towards the revocation. Now, if due to any fraudulent practice, the registration have been revoked by the authority may permit to be remain in force the same registration, but with these certain conditions. The authority may grant the leverage. Friends, make sure there is a huge repercussions. So basically, now I am reading one thing. A, the promoter makes defaults in doing anything required by or under this act or the rules and regulations made thereunder. If promoter make default in anything, rules, regulation, friends, income tax, GST, I am not undermining any of the act's importance, but yes, it is very, very important that if GST, there is a penalty. But if the registration has been revoked, even your client, promoter, builder cannot do the business. And if the registration have been revoked, what happened? रेरा अथॉरिटी आपकी तस्वीर अच्छे अच्छे फ्रेम में अपनी पोर्टल पर लगा देगी. The RERA authority fix your photo, promoter's photo on the portal of RERA, and even you cannot do the real estate in your lifetime. So this is basically there. Now, section 8, again important, linked with the stalled project. Now, friends, if the date have been expired and the AOA approach to the authority, then the first right of refusal for stalled project is for the AOA. If the AOA can do the construction and development work in the project, first right of refusal lies with the AOA, Association of Allottees or ARDA. Now we are again moving. No. It's first of all, now we are directly going to the 170/30 because it may be skip otherwise. There are number of things, but it is very, very important to go for 170/30. What is the escrow mechanism under RERA, friends? Or there are huge number of professional opportunities for a chartered accountant in this area, architect, engineer, CA certificate. So basically now there are 3 type of accounts, friends, in the real estate sector. In a RERA project, 170/30. The slide is in front of you. Please focus on the left hand slide. Okay. If you go for the RERA registration, you need to open 3 bank accounts. Your client, promoter, builder, developer, realtor shall open 3 bank accounts. 100 is collection account, 70/30 there are 2 pipeline, escrow bank account, RERA designated account, 30 is developer's current account basically. So now there are 2 checkbook. Okay, one is for 70%, one is for 30%. The promoter, the builder shall pass the checks and shall make the payment from the 70% bank account regarding the land cost, construction and development cost, finance cost. Okay, now for 30%, this is builder's own funds, no problem, but at least shall be expensed on the only on the project. So this is very, very simple, or this is very, very general layout. Now we are marching towards some complex models. So now this is the model flow chart of separate bank account. Now what happened that 170/30, I already told you. 100, there are 2 pipeline, 70/30, construction cost, land cost, finance cost. Now one important thing, secured or unsecured loan. Now one important thing, secured or unsecured loan shall be deposited in 70% bank account. Make sure when you are audited your balance sheet, please do qualify report if the builder is not complying with these type of compliances. Make sure, otherwise there is a huge implications on your part as well. If your client's project has not been registered, ask for the registration, take 170/30 bank account statement, certificates, everything. Okay, so now we are again moving to the some other models. 170/30, three bank accounts, 2 pipelines, 70/30. Now what happened? 70% bankers, basically as per the spirit of RERA, you need to expense from 70% bank account. Construction and development costs, finance costs, land costs shall be expensed from the 70% bank account. Now what happened? Most of the banks, even 60-70% banks, what they do that they transfer from 70% to 30%. Okay, because there may be lending and borrowing mechanism, because the banker cannot create charge hypothecation mortgage on 70% bank account, so they transfer in 30% bank account. So this is the wrong practice. Couple of RERA authority have taken the cognizance of this practice, maybe because this is the developing law being developed, and may take time, because everything may take time. So in due course of time, this will also may also change. Architect certificate, if you are go for the real estate practice, you need to create a panel, architect, engineer, CA. This is the format of engineer certificate. Now we are moving towards the, this is purely technical engineer certificate based on cost. This is draft CA certificate. This is for eligibility. I am giving you one example that, let's say, I expensed, as a promoter, I expensed 60 crore. I am just giving you what is the basic of this thing, because RERA is for reimbursement model. Let's say I expensed 60 crore in my project as a promoter. Okay. And I got the allottees collection of 40 crore, friends. Okay. 40 crore रुपए मुझे allottees के collection के रूप में आए. I got the collection. 70% belongs to the project. 70% 28 करोड़, 70% जो होगा वो मेरा प्रोजेक्ट के लिए होगा, ठीक है, और 28 करोड़ belongs to the project. In that case, against 28 crore, you expensed, promoter expensed 60 crore in the project. So the difference is 32 crore. Now the promoter can freely withdraw up to 32 crore. There is no problem. This is the withdrawal eligibility by virtue of this complete practice. This is here in this draft certificate, amount that can be withdrawn from the designated bank account under this certificate, 492. If there is a query, we can surely take in the question and answer session. I am going to complete it in 10 or 15 minutes, this complete slides. So now Form 5, REG 5, this is the annual audit report. This is apart from your regular report, CARO or BEAT audit report. This is the audit report. The statutory auditor of the firm shall give this report. The CA, the quarterly certificate, basically this certificate is quarterly certificate, CA certificate, architect, engineer, CA. The statutory auditor of the promoter, statutory auditor of the organization cannot give this CA certificate. Okay, only the independent CA may give this certificate. So now there are numbers of penalties we have already discussed regarding the same, and right, this is very, very important. Among us, some of people belongs to the allottees buyers. So we have already discussed that if my Sumit ji told me that 31st December 2020 was my last date, and now you give me the refund of my money because you are unable to provide me the possession, ready to move in possession of my flat apartment, 4 BHK flat. I told Sumit ji that as a promoter, I told to him that yes, your date have been elapsed, 31st December 2020 in our case. Now he is entitled for refund plus compensation. Okay. He may take compensation. Basically, he may go for both. Either he like to be in the project, he may be in the project, he may go for compensation, interest, MCLR +1. He told me that, Gauravji, I do not want to withdraw from the project. I do not want to refund of my money. Actually, I would like to be in the project. Okay. And then I told him, okay, Sumiji, no problem. Then I give him on monthly basis MCLR +1 on his deposited amount. Okay. Now, he was very resisting and told me that, no, I do not want to be in your project. You did fraud to me and I like to be quit from your project. Then he filed a complaint to the authority. In authority, there are two mechanisms. Authority adjudicating officer, he filed a complaint for refund under section 18 read with section 31. Okay. He deposited with me 50 lakh rupees. he filed a complaint for refund. I went to the court as a promoter, ABC Private Limited in our example. I told the court that I invested complete money, whole money in the project. Due to some delay of something, there is a problem. मैंने कोर्ट को कहा कि जी आप मार्केट की कंडीशंस को भी समझिए. सुमित जी ने मुझे जो पैसा दिया है या जो और अलॉटीज ने मुझे भी पैसा दिया है वो मैंने प्रोजेक्ट में ही लगा दिया है. इफ I will allow the refund, if I will allow the refund, then it may jeopardize to the interest of other allottees as well. चूंकि अगर मैं रिफंड ही अलाउ करता रहूंगा तो एक ये अपने आप में एक मेरे लिए रिस्की अफेयर हो जाएगा. मैं प्रोजेक्ट को पूरा कैसे करूंगा? ठीक है. नाउ व्हाट हैपन इफ द प्रोजेक्ट हैज बीन कंप्लीटेड 70-80%, the court is disallowing refunds. Court is not granting refunds. And until unless based on the facts of each case, maybe the facts of each case, usually court is disallowing the refund if the project has been completed 70-30%. Now, if the Sumitji wants to ask me or take me the compensation interest, then he may file the appeal to the adjudicating officer under the arena of act. He may file the complaint with the adjudicating officer for compensation. If any person like to take allottee, like to take compensation, then he shall file the complaint. He or she shall file the complaint with the adjudicating officer. Or like to take the refund, may be possible. My project is completed only 20-30%. So for sure, he is entitled for the refund. Then he shall approach to the authority for refund and for compensation to the adjudicating officer. So now this is the difference between both of them. Now, quickly we do basically there is a provision of so in some couple of state there is a provision of deemed OCCC, deemed occupancy certificate, completion certificate. Okay, so if you do have 4 NOCs, electrical, safety, fire, structural, lift, and along with all completion drawings, you may apply to the competent authority, development authority, then the development authority. And after 7 working days, the OC will be deemed. There is no need to take from the development authority because the ease of doing business, the government has implemented the same. So there is a relief to the promoter as well as allottees. The promoter can offer the possession without having the actual OC. So now this is there. Now little bit I may take 5 or 6 minutes regarding this framework of RWA AOA. Residents Welfare Association, Association of Allottees. In some state, this is Apartment Association of Apartment Owners, AO. Basically, as per RERA Act, the association has to be formed within a period of 3 months where majority of allottees have booked their plot, apartment or building. In our case, total number of flats is 100, XYZ project phase 1. Now, the 55 flats have been booked. Okay, 55 or 60 for that matter. So as a promoter, I need to form the AOA. Okay, I shall form the AOA as per RERA Act. AOA RWA. Okay, as per UP Apartment Act or as per Apartment Act of couple of states, basically the RERA states that the local law shall prevail. The local law in couple of states in India, the Apartment Act is there. We are giving you just example of one state, that is UP, Uttar Pradesh, that if the project has been completed, OC has been granted, 60% sale deed have been done, then in that case, the AOA shall be formed. So there you need to check as per your local law. Okay, now the handover of the project. If the CC have been granted as per RERA, now I am telling you the project belongs to the allottees. बिल्डर को, प्रमोटर को, प्रोजेक्ट अलॉटीज को हैंडओवर करना ही पड़ेगा कानून के हिसाब से, अकॉर्डिंग टू लॉ. In that case, as per RERA, if the completion certificate have been granted by the competent authority, development authority within 30 days. And as per local law or as per Uttar Pradesh Apartment Act, UP Apartment Act, basically the system is there. Once the AOA formed, it is deemed a transfer. No need to have the transfer. So now we already told you, now there is a question asked by the house that if the project has been developed in the phases, yes, phase wise AOA, RWA, and after, let's say in our example, there are two phases, phase 1, phase 2, and then there is a federation of both the RWA, AOA. There is a participation from RWA, AOA of phase 1, there is a federation. Okay, so friends, now we have discussed this topic already. Transfer of title, yes, if the promoter has got the OC, occupancy certificate, then within 3 months, the transfer of title shall be passed to the allottees buyers. So this is basically their transfer of title. Insurance is not important. Third party transfer, if let's say if the promoter like to transfer project to any third party, then 2/3 allottees consent shall be there, plus authorities permission shall be there, prior approval for both. Okay. Section 14 we have already discussed. If say that if there is a alteration in the plan, then you need to take the consent of 2/3 allottees. Please link the same with the revision of the plans. मैंने जो अभी आपको बताया था रिवीजन, पुनरीक्षण, संशोधन प्लान का बताया था, जिसमें कि 2/3 अलॉटीज की कंसेंट आपको लेनी पड़ती है. हमारा जो 2 साल का एग्जाम्पल था फॉर 2 years, मैंने 2 साल में डीटीसीपी में अप्लाई किया कि साहब मेरा माल मार्केट में नहीं बिक पा रहा है, तो मैंने रिवीजन के लिए अप्लाई किया, उसके लिए मुझे 2/3 अलॉटीज की कंसेंट लगेगी. In RERA, there is a beautiful thing. If there is any problem arises in your plot, apartment, and building, you can file the complaint against the promoter up to 5 years. Okay. There are numbers of questions have been asked by your client, promoter, allottee. Can the builder change the layout plan, sanction plan? The answer is big no. The builder cannot change the sanction plan, layout plan. Registration of agreement for sale, yes, the registration of agreement for sale shall be done by the builder. In couple of states like Maharashtra, on the very first day when the builder allot property to the allottee, on that moment the registry have been done. Like in Haryana, UP, Delhi, the registry has been done when the builder offers the possession to the allottee. Okay, so now we have discussed function and duties of the promoter. Yes, quarterly progress report, number of things. You may charge a good amount of fees from your client. Everything needs to be submitted at the time of quarterly progress report. Physical achievement, financial achievement, QPRs, MIS, everything. Okay, we have already discussed, friends. So I think we have discussed most of the topic. The topic is very vast and numbers of slides are there, but I tried to complete in a time. Sumit allowed me, and now you may ask queries, because maybe sometime I was very fast to complete the slide, but now in this 15 to 20 minutes we can take the queries and answer. Okay. Over to Sumit. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurav ji. Wonderfully, you have covered entire topic in a simple language. There are few queries in the chat box, and alternatively, I will allow participant to ask your query by unmuting yourself. Before that, I am taking up queries from the chat box. Rajesh Janji asking, can allottee also see papers in RERA pertain to project?
Namaskar, Rajesh Janji. Yes, the allottee can check each and every aspect under RERA, each and every document under RERA. You may go for the real estate portal, RERA portal. Likewise, Haryana, Delhi, or be it Maharera, Gujarat RERA, Madhya Pradesh RERA. You can check each and everything, minute details on the portal of RERA. I am assuring you, if you have the interest, you can go till the last coin. आपको मतलब एक एक चीज अगर देखनी है, so you may, but you need to basically have the patience, and you need to understand a lot. And definitely through this portal you can check everything. Even you can check nowadays the development authorities like DTCP, like Ghaziabad authority is also putting each and every information on their website regarding the project, regarding the promoter. You can check even from there as well, not only from the RERA portal, but also the portal of development authority, or you can file the RTI as well. So Sumiji, there are a number of things. Yeah.
Right. Manish Kumarji asking, can you repeat CA certificate case?
CA certificate case, Sumiji.
I think he can ask by unmuting. मैं आगे बढ़ता हूँ.
हाँ,
Rajesh
please.
Jain ji asking, if project is launched in 2011 and possession is still not offered, is company required to register with RERA? Can I see document in RERA?
Yes, Rajesh, you may see the first of all, yes, the company has to, the promoter company
Register.
has to register with the RERA, Real Estate Regulatory Authority, State RERA Authority. Yes. And on the portal of RERA, you may definitely check each and every aspect, each and everything, and yes, you can see the documents on the portal. If you like to see that, you may check what is the project completion date, what are the documents have been uploaded, what is the validity of sanction plans, you can check. Okay, even you can file the complaint, and with the RERA authority, may be possible that the in some of case I am going beyond the question, basically, Rajesh ji, that because you are the allottee and I got your point, your project is stalled. So basically you may file a complaint to the RERA authority. May be possible you may not you may not get the favorable reply or favorable refund or compensation. But in that case, you may go for by forming the AOA, Association of Allottees, and under Section 7 read with Section 8, and you may approach to the RERA for as a rehabilitation of project. You may go for the authority कि साहब आप हमें ये प्रोजेक्ट दे दीजिए, और बिल्डर से नहीं होता, प्रमोटर से नहीं होता, हम ये लोग प्रोजेक्ट कर लेंगे. आपको सबसे पहले एक RWA और AO फॉर्म करनी पड़ेगी राजेश जी, और उसके बाद अपना इंटेंशन बता के रेरा अथॉरिटी से एक ऑर्डर लेना होगा. मतलब ये पूरा बेसिक, यू नीड टू सबमिट ए कंप्लीट थिंग, कंप्लीट प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट, कंप्लीट एस्पेक्ट to the RERA authority in that case. So this is basically regarding the same. Or if you like to ask anything, you may please.
No, he is asking, can complaint file with the RERA online? Definitely. He is asking, online complaint can be filed?
Yeah, yes, sure.
Yes. Jagdish Gupta ji asking, is insurance mandatory for the project as per RERA?
Namaskar Jagdish, basically yes, insurance mandatory for the project as per RERA. There are 2 or 3 types of insurance for the real estate sector. One is the project insurance. Okay. So basically project insurance covers all. There is a contractor all risk policy, CAR policy, in short, CAR, contractor all risk policy, that is cover each and everything. And this is also covered the under construction property. Now, as per Section 16 of the RERA Act, which we skipped because it is not practically in this scenario nowadays, that there is a basically new type of insurance, but that is title insurance, basically in Section 16. But that title insurance is not very much popular, and the state government needs to frame the rules, needs to prescribe the rules, regulations for title insurance. So most of the states have not framed or prescribed the rules. Maybe light of the day, may time will tell for sure. Yes, insurance mandatory. Yeah, or not mandatory, you need to take safeguard for your project as well. So that is there basically.
Now I'm allowing a participant by unmuting. Before that, one important announcement that tomorrow's third day session had been rescheduled on Monday, same time, 5 p.m. Due to the unavoidable reason at the part of the speaker. So please make a note of it. Now I request Ayush Bankaji to unmute yourself and ask your query.
जी सर। सर एक मुझे दो क्वेश्चन है मेरे। एक ऑक्यूपेंसी सर्टिफिकेट सर आपने एक्सप्लेन किया था, उसको एक बार मुझे दोबारा बता दी कि उसकी कहाँ से इशू होता है और क्या उसकी बेसिकली रिक्वायरमेंट है। और मेरा दूसरा क्वेश्चन सर यूपी रेरा को लेकर के है कि जहाँ पे हम लोग प्रोजेक्ट की डेफिनेशन में क्या प्लॉटिंग भी आती है, और अगर आती है सर तो प्लॉटिंग हमारा कुछ एरिया में उसमें रीड आउट कर रहा था कि 1000 स्क्वायर मीटर और समथिंग लाइक दैट, कि उसके ऊपर अगर आप प्लॉट नहीं करते तो मैंडेटरी रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है। सर ये तो मेरी क्वेरी है।
हाँ जी, नमस्कार जी। बेसिकली आपके
जी।
पहले प्रश्न का आंसर ये है कि आपने पूछा कि ओसी और सीसी में क्या डिफरेंस है, ठीक है, या ओसी हम लोग कैसे ले सकते हैं। ऑक्यूपेंसी सर्टिफिकेट, कंप्लीशन सर्टिफिकेट, ऑक्यूपेंसी सर्टिफिकेट इन नॉर्थ इंडिया अधिभोग प्रमाण पत्र, कंप्लीशन सर्टिफिकेट इन हिंदी संपूर्ति प्रमाण पत्र। बेसिकली इन अवर एग्जाम्पल XYZ प्रोजेक्ट फेज 1, फेज 2, 4 नंबर ऑफ टावर्स, 4 टावर थे हमारे पास, जिसमें से 2 टावर का हमने रेरा लॉन्च किया, बाद में फिर 2 टावर का किया। हम लोग जो भी कॉम्पिटेंट अथॉरिटी, सक्षम प्राधिकरण है, जिसने भी हमारे नक्शे पास किए हैं, हम उसके पास जाएंगे कि जी आप हमें अधिभोग प्रमाण पत्र दीजिए, ऑक्यूपेंसी दीजिए। ऑक्यूपेंसी मीन्स कि that all the basic facilities of the project has been completed. Now the authority may grant me OC for A or B tower, okay, and after XYZ project phase 2 C or D tower, I may again go for the development authorities for taking the OCCC. Basically in that case the authority may give me CC, Sampurti Praman Patra, completion certificate, because my complete project, entire project have been completed. In some of the states the authority may grant only OC, in some of the state authority may grant only CC, in some of the state authority may grant OCCC both. So you need to check building bylaws in Hindi, भवन उपविधि आपको चेक करनी होगी, जिससे कि आप लोग उसका संज्ञान ले सकें, कॉग्निजेंस ले सकें। आपका सेकंड प्रश्न था कि जो मैंने समझा, आपकी वॉइस थोड़ी कम आ रही थी, फिर भी जो मैंने समझा आप मुझे करेक्ट करिएगा क्या मैंने ठीक समझा, कि 1000 स्क्वायर मीटर का आपका लैंड पार्सल है, ठीक है। आपका एक चीज थी उसमें कि क्या प्लॉटेड डेवलपमेंट पे रेरा एप्लीकेबल है। यस, प्लॉटेड डेवलपमेंट, ग्रुप हाउसिंग, इंडिपेंडेंट फ्लोर्स, लो कॉस्ट हाउसिंग, अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग, प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना अर्बन, प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना रूरल, सभी पर रेरा एप्लीकेबल है। आप फ्रेंड्स मेक श्योर मानिए, हमारी जो बेसिक लिमिटेड है 500 स्क्वायर मीटर्स और 8 अपार्टमेंट्स। यस, अब हम आपके प्रश्न पे आते हैं। 1000 स्क्वायर मीटर का आपका लैंड पार्सल है, टाउन मतलब आप प्लॉटेड डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हैं, प्लॉट काट रहे हैं, तो आपको रेरा में रजिस्ट्रेशन कराना है। चूंकि 500 स्क्वायर मीटर की लिमिट से आप ऊपर हैं, आपको सबसे पहले नक्शे पास कराने पड़ेंगे। कुछ लोग कच्ची कॉलोनियां भी काटते हैं, कच्ची कॉलोनी का कॉन्सेप्ट अब नहीं है, बिल्कुल भी इलीगल है वो अपने आप में, ठीक है। अगर आप ऐसा करते हैं तो कानूनी आपको अड़चने आएंगी या आ सकती है। पूरी तरीके से आपको नक्शे पास कराने हैं, रेरा में रजिस्ट्रेशन कराना है, उसके बाद आपको लेआउट का कंप्लीशन लेना है, अप्रोच रोड, जो भी एसटीपी, डब्ल्यूटीपी वगैरह जो बेसिक फैसिलिटीज होती हैं, पार्क, प्लेग्राउंड देके प्लॉट काट के नक्शे आपको फिर उसका आप बायर की रजिस्ट्री करा सकते हैं। तो इस तरीके से आपके दोनों प्रश्न के आंसर हैं।
जी सर, सर इसमें मैं एक चीज आपसे
सर राजेश जैन जी asking, जी आयुष जी,
मैं सर लगे ये ओसी का सर जो आपने
आयुष
बताया है
बोलिए आयुष जी बोलिए।
जी सर, ओसी का सर जो आपने कॉन्सेप्ट बताया है, ओसी जो मैं समझ पाया कि अगर मेरा एक प्रोजेक्ट है जो फेज वाइज है, तो मैं एक फेज के लिए ओसी ले सकता हूँ अपनी अथॉरिटी से आफ्टर कंप्लीशन ऑफ फर्स्ट फेज सर।
जी जी
बट हम
जी।
प्रोजेक्ट, हाँ, मगर हम कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट करने से पहले ओसी हम नहीं लेते हैं सर, राइट सर?
नहीं, आपका शुभ नाम क्या था? बांका जी?
आयुष बंका जी।
बांका जी, बेसिकली पहले दिन आप उसी कैसे ले लेंगे? पहले दिन तो आपके नक्शे पास हुए हैं, उसी दिन आप
जी।
अथॉरिटी से कहने चले जाएंगे कि मुझे संपूर्ति प्रमाण पत्र दे दीजिए, कंप्लीशन
हाँ,
दे
that is
दीजिए।
not possible.
ये तो लाफेबल
Exactly.
सिचुएशन हो जाएगी। देखिए
हाँ,
आप खुद ही समझ सकते हैं कि पहले दिन ही परियोजना कंप्लीट हो गई, इससे बढ़िया बात क्या है फिर तो ये है।
हाँ,
तो उसी आपको लेनी होगी जब आपकी परियोजना कंप्लीट हो जाएगी, या कुछ जगह पे मैंने जैसे बताया ओसी की जगह पे पार्ट सीसी भी देते हैं, ठीक है, पार्ट कंप्लीशन सर्टिफिकेट भी देते हैं, आंशिक संपूर्ति प्रमाण पत्र भी देते हैं, ठीक है। आपको ये मेक श्योर करना पड़ेगा कि आपका जो विकास प्राधिकरण है या जो डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी है वो क्या देती है, वो आपको देखना पड़ेगा। देखिए, या भवन उपविधि, बिल्डिंग बाइलॉज जो है, आपका जो भी एरिया है, जिस भी जगह का, कहाँ की प्रोजेक्ट की बात कर रहे हैं, अगर आप थोड़ा बता पाए तो।
सर अयोध्या फैजाबाद डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी।
अयोध्या फैजाबाद आपको जो देगा वो बांका जी आपको पार्ट सीसी देगा, ठीक है।
ओके
जो आपको बेसिकली जो यूपी में भवन उपविधि चलती है, बिल्डिंग बाइलॉज चलते हैं, वो 2008 के चल रहे हैं, ठीक है। तो
जी
वो बेसिकली जो आपको देगा अयोध्या फैजाबाद, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ हाउसिंग एंड अर्बन प्लानिंग में आती है, डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी में, इनके सेम नॉर्म्स है, ठीक है, थ्रू आउट द यूपी। तो आपको एक पार्ट सीसी देगा, आंशिक संपूर्ति प्रमाण पत्र देगा 2 टावर के लिए, हमारे एग्जाम्पल में अगर हम लोग बात करें तो।
ओके सर एक चीज मेरा सेकंड क्वेश्चन से रिलेटेड
Ayush
था
ji, Ayush ji, in short, please. Other members are asking.
सर जस्ट 30 सेकंड सर।
प्लीज
हाँ,
प्लीज
हाँ।
प्लीज।
सर आपने रजिस्ट्रेशन के डॉक्यूमेंट्स एंड एवरीथिंग आपने बताए, उसकी क्या रजिस्ट्रेशन फीस भी है होती है सर रेरा में?
रेरा में बांका जी रजिस्ट्रेशन फीस होती है अपना जो अगर कॉमर्श अपना अगर रेजिडेंशियल है तो 5 रुपए स्क्वायर मीटर, अगर कॉमर्शियल है तो 10 रुपए स्क्वायर मीटर, ये थंब रूल है यूपी का।
सर चाहे वो कंस्ट्रक्शन करें चाहे प्लॉटिंग करें।
हाँ, प्लॉटिंग अगर आप करते हैं तो प्लॉटिंग पे भी 5 रुपए स्क्वायर मीटर।
ओके थैंक यू सर।
हाँ हाँ।
Harshal
आप
ji, now
अगर आप
your
चाहें
turn
तो
to ask your question.
किसी भी रेरा की वेबसाइट पे प्रोजेक्ट फी का कैलकुलेटर होता है, वहां पर आप फीस भी चेक कर सकते हैं। ये है।
ओके सर थैंक यू।
जी हर्षल जी।
हेलो हेलो, am I audible?
हर्षल जी, yes, please ask.
सर मैं महाराष्ट्र से हूँ। इधर एक प्रोजेक्ट मतलब जो क्लाइंट है मेरा, उनका 17 जून 2017 को कंप्लीशन सर्टिफिकेट मिल गया था सीसी से, लोकल अथॉरिटी से। एंड अब मतलब 2021 तक ऑलमोस्ट सब फ्लैट को बेच चुके हैं, बस कुछ 3-4 फ्लैट बाकी है। तो रजिस्ट्रेशन उन्होंने नहीं लिया है, तो उनको अभी कुछ पेनल्टीज वगैरह लगेगा।
आप अलॉटी के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से पूछ रहे हैं कि आप प्रमोटर की तरफ से हैं, किस एंगल से पूछ रहे हैं
बिल्डर के
आप?
पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, बिल्डर
बिल्डर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ना? अच्छा, आप मतलब बिल्डर प्रमोटर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से पूछ रहे हैं ना?
हम्म।
ठीक है। नहीं, उनको कोई भी पेनल्टी नहीं लगेगा, कुछ भी नहीं लगेगा। ये है अभी सिंपल, ये अभी उनको कुछ, आपने रजिस्ट्रेशन कराया था नहीं कराया था?
नहीं नहीं, एक्चुअली फर्स्ट मेरे को ये आया था, रेरा आया था, एंड उन्होंने 17 जून को मतलब सीसी उनका ऑप्टेंड हुआ था। वो अप्लाई किए थे अप्रैल में।
अप्लाई कब किया था आपने?
अप्रैल में।
अप्रैल में। हाँ तो ठीक है। आप अब लेकिन ये पॉइंट 4 साल बाद अचानक से, 5 साल बाद कैसे दिमाग में आया अचानक से?
नहीं नहीं, जस्ट अभी आपसे क्वेरी पूछ रहा था। अभी तक उनको कुछ आया नहीं है वैसे कि मतलब रेरा की तरफ से कुछ इंटीमेशन वगैरह। जस्ट कि उनको अगर मतलब लेना चाहिए ना, अगर फर्स्ट में के बाद किसी ऑप्शन हुआ है, आपने बताया।
हाँ तो आप कुछ नहीं, आप चुप लगाइए, बस आपका हो गया। आप लोगों को पजेशन दीजिए, आप प्रमोटर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से पूछ रहे हैं, आप पजेशन दीजिए आराम से। अब कुछ भी कुछ जिक्र करने की किसी से कोई जरूरत नहीं। ये है आपका, बस परियोजना पूरी हो गई। अब किसी रजिस्ट्रेशन की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। बेसिकली जो आपने आवेदन पहले ही कर दिया था ना, ठीक है, आपने अप्रैल में आवेदन कर दिया रजिस्ट्रेशन की एप्लीकेशन फाइल, सॉरी ओसीसीसी की एप्लीकेशन आपने फाइल करी दी थी, ठीक है। और मुझे रजिस्ट्रेशन उस प्रोजेक्ट का लेना होता है जहां पे मैं कोई कंस्ट्रक्शन एंड डेवलपमेंट करूं, या 100-70-30 होंगे, जहां पर 100-70-30, जब मेरा जहां पे कोई काम ही नहीं होना और मेरी एप्लीकेशन ओसीसीसी की मैं पहले ही फाइल कर चुका हूं, तो अभी कुछ भी नहीं है, आराम से, आप कोई जरूरत नहीं है किसी चीज की। ये है। हाँ प्लीज।
हेलो
हेलो।
सर, राजीव श्रीवास्तव है।
हाँ प्लीज श्रीवास्तव जी, नमस्कार।
हाँ नमस्कार सर। अच्छा सर, ये आपने बताया था कि कोई भी अगर लोन लेते हैं, अनसिक्योर्ड हो या सिक्योर्ड हो, तो वो पूरा का पूरा लोन थ्रू 70% अकाउंट से ही रूट होना चाहिए।
हाँ,
तो
सिक्योर्ड और
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये
अनसिक्योर्ड।
था सर कि
हाँ
हाँ, तो एक्चुअली क्या है कि हमारे क्लाइंट हैं, उन्होंने भी ये मतलब कि रेरा का उन्होंने रजिस्ट्रेशन दिया नहीं है, और उनके कुछ उन्होंने सिक्योर्ड लोन उन्होंने लेकर के रखा हुआ है फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ द इंटायर थिंग।
हाँ।
तो और उसके लिए क्या है कि ये बेसिकली उन्होंने डिवेंचर के फॉर्म में उन्होंने लिया हुआ है, और डिवेंचर का पूरा एक ट्रस्ट है, और ट्रस्ट ने वो पूरा का पूरा फंड दे है ब्लॉक इन वन सब डिफरेंट अकाउंट, नॉट इन द 70% अकाउंट। Although 70% account has been opened, but the fund is not lying in the 70% account. तो मेरा ये पूछना था सर कि इसमें इज इट सम लीगल रिक्वायरमेंट या रेरा की रिक्वायरमेंट है कि लोन भी अगर आप लेते हैं तो वो 70% अकाउंट के पार्ट होना चाहिए, या कैसे है?
श्रीवास्तव जी, बेसिकली अच्छा प्रश्न है आपका कि क्लाइंट ने आपके लोन लिया, उन्होंने रेरा रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं करवाया है, ठीक है। तो इस केस में सबसे पहले तो आप अपने क्लाइंट को या प्रमोटर को ये कहिए कि वो सबसे पहले अपना रेरा रजिस्ट्रेशन करवाएं, ठीक है। हालांकि कानून में आवश्यक, आप कह सकते हैं, वो क्लाइंट कह सकते हैं कि कानून में तो जी आवश्यकता नहीं है, क्योंकि मैं कोई सेल नहीं कर रहा हूं, ठीक है, ये है, या मेरा कोई थर्ड पार्टी ऑब्लिगेशन नहीं है, या मैं कोई एडवर्टीजमेंट नहीं कर रहा हूँ। सिक्योर्ड और अनसिक्योर्ड लोन के बेसिस पे, या मैं अपने ओन इंटरनल एक्रूअल से फंड से मैं प्रोजेक्ट कर लूंगा, ठीक है। लेकिन फिर भी एज ए प्रोफेशनल, एज ए कंसल्टेंट, या जैसे भी आपकी कैपेसिटी है क्लाइंट के साथ, आप उनको यही सलाह दीजिए कि महीना 15 दिन रुक के एक बार वो अपने प्रोजेक्ट का, परियोजना का रजिस्ट्रेशन जरूर करा लें, ठीक है। अदरवाइज कल को कोई बात होगी तो उसमें ह्यूज पेनल्टी है, और कल को आप उस चीज को एडवोकेट नहीं कर सकते। पहली बात तो रजिस्ट्रेशन को लेकर ये रही, ठीक है। दूसरा,
सर रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए उन्होंने ऑलरेडी प्रोसेस उन्होंने डाला हुआ है, तो रजिस्ट्रेशन दे वांट टू टेक, तो रजिस्ट्रेशन वो लेंगे ही। बट इन बिटवीन मेरा क्वेश्चन एक यही था कि मतलब फंड को हम लोग वो जो अनसिक्योर्ड लोन या सिक्योर्ड लोन के जो पैसे हैं वो हम लोग को डेजिग्नेटेड अकाउंट में ही डालना है, और इट कैन लाई इन सम डिफरेंट अकाउंट।
मैं उसी पॉइंट पर आ रहा हूँ, समझ के आपकी बात। आपका ये एडिशनल इनपुट था कि यस वो रजिस्ट्रेशन लेंगे ही, तो उनको आपके जो प्रमोटर हैं, जो क्लाइंट है, उनको 100 70 30 के 100 70 33 बैंक अकाउंट्स ओपन करने हैं, ठीक है। और उनको रेरा का जो नॉमेनक्लेचर है, जो रेरा का नामकरण है, जिस नाम से वो अकाउंट खुलेंगे उसी नाम से वो अकाउंट खुलेंगे, ठीक है। वो हर एक रेरा की गाइडलाइंस में, अगर आप यूपी की बात करें तो यूपी में, हरियाणा की बात करें तो हरियाणा में वो सब दिया हुआ है, ठीक है। सो बेसिकली उनको वो बैंक अकाउंट्स ओपन करने पड़ेंगे एस्क्रो बैंक के साथ, ठीक है। उसके बाद वो रजिस्ट्रेशन एप्लीकेशन में बैंक अकाउंट डालने पड़ेंगे, ठीक है। लेकिन वो बैंक अकाउंट ऑपरेटिव तब तक नहीं होंगे जब तक कि आपका रेरा रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं आ जाएगा। जब रेरा रजिस्ट्रेशन आ जाएगा तब रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ सर्टिफिकेट यानी कि आरसी के साथ आप बैंक को एक लेटर लिखेंगे या मेल डालेंगे कि जी हमारा रेरा रजिस्ट्रेशन आ गया, अब 100 70 30 का प्रोसेस शुरू कर दीजिए, ठीक है। अब आते हैं आपके पॉइंट पर कि जी क्लाइंट ने रेरा रजिस्ट्रेशन से पहले लोन ले लिया, ठीक है। तो अब लोन ले लिया तो ले लिया, अब तो जी देखिए कुछ नहीं हो सकता फिलहाल तो, चूंकि अब तो अगर वो 70% का जैसे अकाउंट खोला उन्होंने, और 70% वाले अकाउंट में वो पैसा फंस जाएगा, ठीक है। चूंकि अभी तो वो जब तक लाइव नहीं होंगे तब तक रेरा रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं आएगा, या तो उनको रेरा रजिस्ट्रेशन के बाद लोन लेना था। अब जब वो ले ही चुके हैं तो रेरा रजिस्ट्रेशन लें, और उसके बाद अब आगे जो भी सिक्योर्ड और अनसिक्योर्ड लोन आएगा वो अब 70% वाले खाते में, 70% वाले अकाउंट में है। श्रीवास्तव जी, अब आप बताइए, आपका कोई क्वेश्चन रहता है तो।
नहीं सर, आपने बहुत अच्छे से इसको एक्सप्लेन किया, तो दिस आंसर्स माय क्वेश्चन। देयर वाज वन मोर स्मॉल क्वेरी, इसमें ये थी कि अभी उन्होंने क्या हुआ है कि जो सिक्योर्ड लोन तो इज फाइन, अनसिक्योर्ड लोन में उन्होंने कुछ प्रोजेक्ट के सामने उन्होंने एक्चुअली कुछ पैसे लिए हैं जिसको वो अनसिक्योर्ड लोन ट्रीट करते हैं, व्हाइल वी नो कि अनसिक्योर्ड लोन नहीं है, दिस इज पार्ट ऑफ द सम बुकिंग है जिसके सामने ये कुछ पैसे, नॉट सिग्निफिकेंट अमाउंट, बट देयर आर सम स्मॉल अमाउंट दैट ही हैज रिसीव्ड। तो ये कैसे फिर कैसे करेंगे मतलब?
श्रीवास्तव जी, ये आपके क्लाइंट की प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, पूरी दुनिया की प्रॉब्लम है कि लोग जो क्लाइंट हैं, जो प्रमोटर हैं, रियल्टर्स हैं, वो अनसिक्योर्ड लोन की शेप में पैसा ले लेते हैं। हमेशा एक कहावत है, बड़ी फेमस कहावत है, मैं आपके साथ शेयर करता हूँ कि आंख बंद कर लेने से रात नहीं होती, हमेशा दिन ही रहता है। मैं अभी आंख बंद कर लूं तो रात तो नहीं होगी, ये है। अब प्रमोटर्स को भी यही लगता है कि हम आंख बंद कर लें तो रात हो जाएगी, लेकिन रहेगा तो दिन ही। तो अल्टीमेटली बात ये है कि आपको अनसिक्योर, आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते, ठीक है, अभी फिलहाल तो अनसिक्योर्ड लोन के उसमें है, लेकिन आप उनको कोई ना कोई अलॉटमेंट का पेपर भी देंगे, ठीक है, तभी उन्होंने वो अनसिक्योर्ड लोन दिया है, ठीक है। तो कल को देखिए, या तो अगर कोई अथॉरिटी में चला गया, ठीक है, तब अपने आप में एक प्रॉब्लम होगी, ये है, या आपको ये करना पड़ेगा कि रेरा रजिस्ट्रेशन आने के बाद उनका पैसा वापस करके नए सिरे से पैसा ले लीजिए और एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म फॉर रजिस्ट्रेशन, अलॉटमेंट लेटर और एग्रीमेंट फॉर सेल उनको थ्रू प्रॉपर चैनल ले आइए।
गॉट इट, गॉट इट।
तो ये तरीके हैं, देखिए, और तो क्या है। या अगर उनको ऐसे रखना चाहते हैं तो फिर वो तो देखिए, कल को कोई कंप्लेंट में चला गया तो गॉड नोस, फिर तो ये है।
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
सुमित जी प्लीज। सुमित जी नेक्स्ट।
आई थिंक सारी क्वेरी हमारी रिजॉल्व हो चुकी है।
जी आपकी वॉइस।
जगदीश, any query by जगदीश जी?
I think sir, sorry.
Jagdish ji, any query from your side? Okay. Okay, no sir, thank you.
राजेश जैन जी कुछ
wonderfully-
कहना चाहते हैं सुमित जी शायद।
राजेश जैन जी, हाँ, yes, please ask कर।
हाँ जी गौरव जी, अपना एक क्वेश्चन ये आ रहा था, जो पार्टली ओसी होता है और जो सर्टिफिकेट होता है पार्टली बोथ सेम ओसी एंड सर्टिफिकेट इन हरियाणा।
जी राजेश जी क्या?
As you mentioned that before registry, the occupancy certificate is mandatory. But
right.
In Haryana, in Gurgaon, a builder is saying, I have received completion certificate. Can it be sufficient for doing the registry?
Yes, the answer is big yes.
Okay.
अगर आपको उनको जैन साहब आपको देखना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि बिल्डर कहते कुछ है, कागज होता कुछ है और कागज तीसरा निकलता है। तो अगर आप ऐसे अलॉटी हैं या बायर हैं तो आपको उनसे ओसी या सीसी जो भी वो क्लेम कर रहे हैं उसकी कॉपी लीजिए। सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट ये है वो कॉपी शेयर करें, और अगर है तो फिर कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं ये है, क्योंकि उसी के बेसिस पे रजिस्ट्री ही होगी। और हरियाणा में तो वैसे भी फ्री होल्ड लैंड है, तो वैसे भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। अगर लीज होल्ड लैंड होती है तो सबलीज डीड होती है, ट्राईपार्टाइट एग्रीमेंट होता है, उसमें तो अथॉरिटी वैसी पार्टी बनती है। ये है, तो अल्टीमेटली कंक्लूजन ये है
कि इसमें ओसी का कोई महत्व नहीं है हरियाणा में, यू मीन टू से?
नहीं, देखिए ये तो जैसा डिपेंड करता है स्टेट टू स्टेट बाई लॉज पर कि कौन सी स्टेट क्या देती है। हरियाणा में सीसी ही ये लोग देते हैं, संपूर्ति प्रमाण पत्र देते हैं, कंप्लीशन सर्टिफिकेट ये है, तो उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है। अब जैसे कि हम लोग यूपी में बात करें तो यूपी में गौतम बुद्ध नगर में ये लोग ओसी देते हैं, ऑक्यूपेंसी सर्टिफिकेट, और रेस्ट ऑफ द यूपी में सीसी देते हैं, कंप्लीशन सर्टिफिकेट। तो ये तो देखिए मतलब कोई डिबेट का क्वेश्चन नहीं है। अगर आपको देखना है तो बाई लॉज आप चेक कर सकते हैं उस पर्टिकुलर स्टेट का, ये बस कॉपी जरूर मांगिए, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है उनसे।
तो गुरुग्राम में कौन सा देते हैं?
गुरुग्राम में कंप्लीशन सर्टिफिकेट सीसी।
थैंक यू गौरव जी,
थैंक यू,
फैंटास्टिक प्रेजेंटेशन।
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
जतिन जी की क्वेरी है कुछ?
हाँ प्लीज प्लीज।
जतिन जी, you can unmute yourself and ask.
Okay. Hi sir, I am Jatin Jain from Maharashtra.
Tell me please, Jatin ji, tell me.
Sir, I am from Maharashtra.
Yeah, tell me.
Actually, I have one query कि अगर 70-30 के अलग अलग अकाउंट्स नहीं खोलते हैं, एक ही अकाउंट से सारे ट्रांजेक्शन करते हैं, पैसा भी उसी में आ रहा है और पेमेंट्स भी उसी में से हो रहे हैं, तो whether there is any problem?
जतिन जी किस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से पूछ रहे हैं, क्लाइंट के, प्रमोटर के या लॉटी के?
प्रमोटर के।
जतिन जी फिर तो भगवान ही मालिक है।
नहीं सर, एक्चुअली ऐसा एक सिंगल अकाउंट से ही हो रहा है अभी तक, पैसा भी उसी अकाउंट में आ रहा है और पेमेंट भी वही अकाउंट से जा रहा है।
जतिन जी एक डॉक्टर के पास एक मरीज गया, डॉक्टर का लिखा डॉक्टर साहब मेरी तबीयत खराब है, तो डॉक्टर साहब ने उसको पर्चा लिख दिया, प्रेस्क्रिप्शन लिख दिया। 5 दिन बाद डॉक्टर साहब ने कहा 5 दिन बाद भैया दिखाने आ जाना, ठीक है। 5 दिन बाद वो मरीज फिर पहुंचे कि डॉक्टर साहब मेरी तबीयत अभी भी खराब है। तो डॉक्टर साहब से पूछा क्यों भैया, दवा नहीं ली क्या? डॉक्टर साहब दवा नहीं ली मैंने। तो क्यों नहीं ली कि जी पता नहीं क्यों नहीं ली। तो वो वाला हाल है जी इनका बिल्डर्स का कि आप मतलब 170-30 के बिना तो कुछ भी नहीं है सीधी, मतलब ये तो दिस इज द मोस्ट सेक्रोसेंट इंफॉर्मेशन रिलेटिंग टू द प्रोजेक्ट। आप इससे इस बात से पता लगा सकते हैं सीधे 5% लगेगी और क्रिमिनल ऑफेंसेस का कोई वे आउट नहीं है।
ओके, 3 डिफरेंट अकाउंट खोलना जरूरी है, मतलब कंपलसरी ही रहेगा, उसमें कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है।
स्प्रिटी यही है रेरा का, और क्या है।
कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है उसके लिए अपने पास।
कोई ऑप्शन क्या, मतलब 100%, या तो मोदी जी एक्ट को चेंज कर दें पार्लियामेंट में ले जाके, तब कुछ हो
यानी
सकता है। देखिए
इस केस में यानी इमेज जितनी जल्दी हो सके अपन उसको अलग अलग कर ले तो बेटर रहेगा,
बिल्कुल 170-30
है
के
ना।
बैंक
और
अकाउंट
अगर
खुलवाई।
और इसमें अगर कोई बीच में कोई कंप्लेन करता है तो प्रॉब्लम आ सकती है, अदरवाइज अपन जो है जितनी जल्दी हो सके उसको अच्छा कर ले।
बिल्कुल खुलवाइए, बैंक अकाउंट एडिटिंग की एप्लीकेशन दीजिएगा। कोशिश ये करिएगा कि जो अथॉरिटी के पोर्टल पर 70% वाला बैंक अकाउंट है जो रजिस्ट्रेशन एप्लीकेशन के साथ दिया है उसे चेंज मत करिएगा, चूंकि प्रोजेक्ट खत्म हो जाता है वो बैंक अकाउंट चेंज नहीं होता। ठीक है, तो इस वजह से कोशिश करिए कि वो 70% वाला खाता बना रहे, बाकी 130 के बैंक अकाउंट आप खुलवा लीजिए और आपस में लिंक कर दीजिए उनको। जतिन जी
ओके सर,
मैंने
थैंक यू
आपको
सर। एक छोटी सी क्वेरी और थी, जब
बता
रेरा
दीजिए।
आया था तो जो ऑनगोइंग प्रोजेक्ट्स थे, तो वो ऑनगोइंग प्रोजेक्ट्स में जिस थोड़ा बहुत भी अमाउंट बचा था या कुछ 1-2 फ्लैट बचे थे उन लोगों ने रजिस्टर कर लिया।
ठीक है।
लेकिन उनको एक्चुअली जैसे कैसा होता है कि कई जगह ओसी नहीं मिल पाती है क्योंकि जो प्लान रहता है उसमें थोड़ा बहुत डेविएशन रहता है उनके इसमें, तो ओसी एनआईटी से या डिपार्टमेंट से नहीं मिल पाती है।
ठीक है। ठीक है।
तो इन केसेस में उन्होंने एक्चुअली कंप्लीशन सर्टिफिकेट या ओसी अपलोड नहीं किया है।
ठीक है।
तो डिपार्टमेंट से मेल आ रहे हैं कि आप मतलब प्रोजेक्ट अभी भी लाइव है, एक्चुअल प्रोजेक्ट खत्म हो चुकी है लेकिन प्रोजेक्ट वहां पे लाइव है अभी भी।
होगा ही जतिन जी, होगा।
तो इस
वो
केस
तो
में
आप
हम इसे क्या कर सकते हैं?
आपने तो क्वेश्चन ही खुद ही बता दिया और आंसर भी खुद ही बता दिया जतिन जी।
प्रोजेक्ट तो लाइव है लेकिन उसको क्लोज कैसे करेंगे प्रोजेक्ट को वहां पे ऑनलाइन में?
क्लोज करने का तरीका तो यही है जतिन जी के ओसीसीसी की जो एप्लीकेशन है आप उसको अपलोड कीजिए, या डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी से कोशिश करिए कि ओसीसीसी मिल जाए, ये है। या फिर जो एप्लीकेशन है, नहीं तो आपको जो डीम्ड के प्रोविजन है, डीम्ड ओसीसीसी के प्रोविजन है, वो आपको बिल्डिंग बाईलॉज के हिसाब से भी देखने पड़ेंगे और रेरा के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी, चूंकि कुछ रेरा अथॉरिटीज ने स्टेट स्पेसिफिक, मैंने अभी बीच में जिक्र भी किया था कि डीम्ड ओसी के प्रोविजन भी निकाले हैं। ठीक है, तो वो आपको चेक करना पड़ेगा। नहीं तो हाई कोर्ट में एक रिट फाइल करिए, वहां से ऑर्डर लेके आइए कि डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी आपके जल्दी से जल्दी ओसीसीसी दे। ओसीसीसी अपलोड करने के बाद फिर बैंक अकाउंट क्लोजर की एप्लीकेशन जाएगी। प्रोसेस तो सीधा सीधा यही है जतिन जी, और कोई वे आउट नहीं है।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
Thank you, Gaurav ji, and thank you to all participants. And wonderfully, you have covered all the queries. Now, I request presentation will be shared over the mail and along with the recording of this today's session. I request Abhay ji to share final vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sumi ji, for giving me a opportunity to speak about the vote of thanks. On behalf of CASA, I would like to extend my gratitude towards our today's guest speaker, Mr. Gaurav ji. The topic is very vast, and sir has nicely lined out about this topic, and we are very thankful for this wonderful session. Thank you so much, sir. Finally, I would like to thank you all for today's participants for present here and making the time to be with today's sessions. Thank you so much, sir. And our next session will be on Monday around 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay.
थैंक यू सुमित जी, थैंक यू अभय जी। एक
Thank
चीज
you,
मुझे
thank you,
छोटी
Gaurav
सी
ji.
बोलनी है कि अगर
जी, जी,
हम
please.
लोगों ने व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप बनाया हुआ है, अगर माना कोई भी किसी को हो तो आप मुझे इसमें डाल सकते हैं नंबर पे, और हम लोग उनको व्हाट्सएप पे लाइव चैट्स में उसको ऐड कर लेंगे।
Okay.
ये है।
Okay. Okay. Sure. ठीक है सर, थैंक यू, Gaurav ji. Wonderful presentation. Thank you.